So if you want to get the most out of your DJI Osmo Action 6, having the right accessories is really key. And today I'm going to tell you about my 10 or so favorite accessories to use with the Action 6. The first one is this metal mount right here from Accessory. So these mounts are easy to find, but this one is different from your traditional mount. This one is made of metal. Most of these mounts you're going to find are made of plastic. And what I have found is after using them several times, they crack and then they break and they're useless. Usually they crack right here along the base or right here where these 2 feet are. And these mounts are really easy to use. You just attach them to the magnetic mount here on the bottom of the camera, and then you mount them on any of your 1/4" 20 threaded items. Accessory number 2 that I recommend is this case right here from Telesin. Now this case is their medium case for the Action 6, and it's the perfect size. It doesn't take up a lot of space in this size. It's very easy to throw in a bag or just bring along. It's got this little carabiner right here with a strap so you can attach it to something so you don't lose it. And inside, it's got just the right amount of space for some basic accessories. So inside here, you can see I've got the Action 6 right here, and I've got the magnetic mount right here. And right here is where I would put my extra battery. And then over along here is some room for filters. And in addition, it's got this little pouch up here where you can tuck away some of your cables. I like to use this for my USB-C cables. And the case does have a pretty hard shell on the outside, so it's not gonna easily get crushed in something. But this case right here is very affordable, and it's a good way to keep all of your little accessories like batteries, mounts, and filters together in one place. And speaking of hard shells, the next item that I recommend having for your Action 6 is some type of aluminum cage. Not only does this protect the camera, but it also offers mounting opportunities for other accessories like lights and mics. So this first cage here is a lightweight one from Telesin, and it's really easy to install your camera in. You just press the button here to pop it open, and you slide your camera in just like this, pop it closed. Now you have it in a cage. And the nice thing about this cage is it allows you to get to everything you need to here. So right here you have your port where you can plug in USB-C. On the bottom here, you can easily attach your magnetic mount. And then on the other side here, you have a 1/4" 20 thread. So if you want to mount this on something, you can do that easily there. And then on top here, you have your cold shoe mount. So if you want to mount a light, a mic, anything like that, it's perfect. And on the front here, it does not obstruct anything. Your color temperature sensor is still available. Your lens cover is available here if you want to run any filters on it. It's really nice. But if you want the even more deluxe version of this, Telesin makes a really nice one. And that one is the Street Shot aluminum set right here. So let me show you this one. So first of all, we're gonna get our camera mounted in here. We're gonna close it back up, and we are going to put this on. So what we have here is we have this nice little hand grip right here. So this makes it really good, especially if you wanna do any type of photography, anything like that. And the nice thing is this one has a mount on the side here. So you can mount this on a tripod, any type of selfie stick, anything like that. And then on the top here, you've got this nice little lever. And when you push it, it engages the record button. So all you have to do is tap this button right here. It's gonna take a picture. I have it in photo mode right now. I'll give you a demonstration here. So I'm gonna tap it. Takes a photo. But yeah, it's very ergonomic and easy to hold, and it's got access to all your ports that you need. But I love how it fits in the hand there. So if you're gonna get a cage and you want the very nicest one from Telesin, I highly recommend their Street Shot aluminum cage. And if you do invest in one of the Telesin cages, I also recommend picking up the Telesin Mag Film Light. So this is a really cool invention from Telesin. It looks like one of those old spools of film that used to put in a point and shoot camera. And on the end here is the power button. So you turn it on, and then you've got the light right here. And this light, you can cycle through brightness really easily by turning the knob. But then if you push it once, you can actually change the color temperature here. So you can go through all different colors on here, and you can adjust them. So whatever color of light you want, you can do that. And then it's got a built-in battery, so you can recharge it right here with the USB-C port on the side. And of course, it does have the cold shoe mount down here, which is also threaded, by the way. But what that mount does is that enables you to put it right into one of these cold shoe spots, and you've got a light right here. So if you want to film yourself and you need light and it's kind of dark, you can have that light pointed right at you, and it does a phenomenal job. Not only is it a light that actually works, but it's in a very attractive retro package. So next, let's talk about filters. So Telesin makes what I have found to be the first variable ND filter for the Action 6. So in order to install the filter, it's super easy. All you gotta do is just pop it on. It goes right over top of the lens cover that exists there. And the cool thing about this variable ND filter is you can adjust it from 1 stop all the way down to 5 stops. So depending on your lighting, if it's a bright sunny day like today, this is at 1, you might need to adjust it further down. You can see that right there. That of course would be a little bit too dark right there. But if you'd like to learn more about how to use ND filters properly, I'll link to a video above and also at the end. In that, I show you exactly how to use ND filters and all the settings you need to know. But the cool thing about this one is because of it being variable, you don't have to switch filters when the lighting changes or when you need different lighting. You're gonna have that one filter on there that you can adjust as needed as your lighting changes. So if you don't wanna have to swap a bunch of filters, having the variable ND is very nice. And of course, Telesin does make other ND filters. They have an ND8, an ND16, and ND32. And then they also have a CPL filter to help eliminate some of that light pollution and to help get those vibrant colors on bright sunny days. So if you don't want a variable ND and you want the static ones, you have this option as well from Telesin. But if you want ND filters that have polarizers built into them as well, and ones that are a little bit heavier duty, a little bit heavier metal, they are going to cost more, but they are very nice. These ones right here from Freewell, I also use with my Action 6. So if I need that polarizer effect, these ones have that built onto it, and I use those when I need that. But in addition, if you want to do any long exposure photography with your Action 6, I highly recommend getting the ND1000 filter. I've used the Freewell ND1000 with many of my cameras before, including GoPros and other DJI cameras, and these filters are great. You can get some incredible long exposure photography from this tiny action camera that looks like it came from a much nicer camera. In addition, if you want to do some more creative type filming, there is this diffusion glow mist 1/4 filter. And this one is really cool if you want to have that little bit of soft glow around objects when you're filming. So I recommend some of these from Freewell for some of those more creative cinematic possibilities. And of course, for those cinematic filming possibilities, it's a good idea to have a selfie stick. And this particular one from Telesin is the 3-meter selfie stick. And it is made of a carbon fiber material, so it's very rugged, but it's also very light. And it's very practical and easy to use. So all you do is you just mount your camera on the end here, and I will show you how far this expands. Pop it on right here, and then what you can do is you can extend this out as far as you need to. And then what you do is you just gently twist to the right on each of these lengths. And then what you can also do is you can change the angle of your camera here. So I've got this way out to there, filming me right now. And I can of course get this way up at a very high angle. And I can of course have it down here. So it's pretty cool. It definitely can allow you to get some of those drone-like shots with your camera. And my favorite use case for those are when you're in places where you're not allowed to fly a drone, but there's no prohibition on selfie sticks, anything like that. This is a really nice option for those types of scenarios. And then when you're ready to put it away, you just twist back to the left, you tuck it down in, and it packs away nice and neat. And it's only that tall when it's packed away. And like I said, it's really light because it's made of carbon fiber, so it doesn't take up much space at all. So the next accessory I recommend is an extra battery. Having an extra battery that's fully charged is always a good idea. That way, if your battery runs out on your Action 6 and you still want to do filming on your adventure, you're not left without power. The DJI batteries are very affordable for the Action 6, and the nice thing about these is if you own an Action 3, 4, 5 Pro, or the Osmo 360, all of those batteries are cross-compatible. I love it that DJI has done that and that they have not changed up the battery design on each camera like most other companies do. So if you own batteries from any of those cameras right there, they will work in your Action 6 as well. Speaking of power, if you want to bring along an extra battery, but you're going to be filming for many, many hours on an adventure, it's a good idea to also have a power bank. And this one right here from Anker is my favorite best value power bank to use with action cameras. So not only does this hold 20,000 milliamp hours of power, but it also allows you to fast charge your cameras on the go. So the nice thing about the Action 6 is you can fast charge it. You can get from 0 to 80% in about 16 minutes. So if you can take a break from your filming for that amount of time to charge up the battery quick, this is great for that. And the 20,000 milliamp hours means you can get about 8 or 9 charges out of your battery with this before it's depleted. And the other nice thing is this is really small and portable. It's super thin. It's one of the thinnest power banks that also offers 20,000 milliamp hours that I have found. And like I said, it's very affordable, and it's got 2 input ports and then 2 output ports right here. And finally, if you're gonna be doing any type of vlogging with your Action 6, I highly recommend having a wireless mic. And my recommendation for a wireless mic is the DJI Mic 3. But what I recommend is if it's just gonna be you filming yourself with the audio, if you don't need anybody else mic'd up, then I recommend just simply getting the DJI Mic 3 standalone mic. It's actually the one that I'm wearing right now to talk for this video. And that mic not only costs less than $100, but it allows you to get 32-bit float. And the DJI Mic 3 has the ability to do 2 different tracks. One is going to be your default track, but then the other is going to be an AI edited track where this mic is automatically optimizing your sound to have the very best sound when you output that. So if you want to record a backup track on here, like I highly recommend, you can have that backup track on here in case anything happens with the pairing of this to your Action 6. But the nice thing is you can pair this wirelessly to your Action 6, and anytime you start or stop recording your Action 6, this can be set to start and stop recording internally as well, if you want that backup track. This is going to give you really good pro sounding audio quality, and it's going to make your stories much more engaging and interesting to your audience if you have good sound. So those are the accessories that I recommend to get the most out of the Action 6. Which accessory is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to learn more about how to get the very best from the Action 6, check out this playlist right here.